Hi students, now in this video lecture we will start chapter chemical bonding, right? So let's first understand what is the meaning of chemical bond. And bond simply means force, right? So chemical bond is chemical force, right? So as it's a chemical force, this force must be acting in molecules, right? In chemicals, sorry, this force must be acting in chemicals. So let's talk about any chemical. Let's take example of hydrochloric acid, HCl, right? HCl, right? So since this is a chemical, right? So we know that bond means a force, right? Since HCl is a chemical, this chemical force must be acting in this molecule of in this chemical, which is in this chemical HCl. We need to see where this force is acting and what this force is doing in the chemical hydrochloric acid. We normally write HCl as H dash C Cl, and this dash represents bond, right? And we know bond is nothing but a force, right? So what this bond does is this bond holds these two atoms together in a molecule of hydrochloric acid, right? So wherever you see this bond in any chemical, the main function of this bond is to combine atoms or molecules together, right? It holds atoms or molecules together, right? So in this chapter what we will be going through is, what we will be studying is combination of different atoms to form molecules. We would be seeing that how a metal and non-metal combine, right, to form molecule, how a chlorine molecule, how two chlorine atoms combine, right? So basically we would be dealing with chemical combination of atoms in a molecule, right? So now we know that chemical bond is a force that holds atoms together in a molecule, right? Now the second question that comes to our mind is these atoms, hydrogen and chlorine. If we talk about other molecules, let's take example of hydrogen, right? Take example of oxygen, right? These molecules exist as hydrogen, H2, oxygen exists as O2, right? It never exists as hydrogen or oxygen, right? What is the reason? What could be the reason that these atoms does not exist? Why these atoms, hydrogen atom and oxygen atom, cannot exist independently, right? We'll be looking into that, right? And now let's look at some atoms that can exist in their monatomic atomic state, that can exist independently. Let's talk about some atoms that can exist independently. Some atoms we have already studied about these in our previous class: helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, radon, right? So normally we write formula of helium as He, right? And we write formula of neon as Ne, right? We never write helium as He2, right? Like we write for hydrogen as H2, right? So what is the reason that hydrogen cannot exist as H but helium can exist as He, right? Basically what we would be studying is why do these atoms combine to form molecules, right? What is the reason behind chemical combination of atoms? Why do atoms combine to form molecules, right? So once we get to know why atoms combine to form molecules, we'll get the answer why hydrogen cannot exist as H and why it exists as H2, right? And why helium exists as He and it does not exist as He2. I'll get back to this. Now let's understand what is the reason for atoms combining to form molecules. So let's first answer this. We know that everything in the universe tries to attain stability, everything wants to become stable, so as to attain minimum energy, so as to attain a state of minimum energy, right? Everything wants to become stable in this universe. Similarly, if we talk about atoms, right, atoms also want to attain stability. They also want to exist in a stable form, right? So when we talk about stability in case of atoms, what it means is, it's when we talk about stability of atoms, it means the number of electrons in the valence shell, right? So if atoms, if they have 2 or 8 electrons in their outermost shell, they are defined as stable. Whereas if atoms do not have 2 or 8 electrons in their outermost shell, they are regarded as unstable, right? So atoms that are unstable, they will chemically react, like hydrogen is reacting with one hydrogen atom is reacting with another hydrogen atom to form hydrogen molecule, right? So when atoms do not have 2 or 8 electrons in their outermost shell, they will chemically react, they will chemically combine, right, to attain 2 or 8 electrons in their outermost shell, right? Let's see examples, that will make things clear. We said that hydrogen does not exist as H2. It does not, I'm sorry, hydrogen does not exist as H, as in its monoatomic form. It exists in its diatomic form. That is, hydrogen, I'll just mention it over here. Hydrogen exists as H2, not as H. This is the question. Let's find answer to this question. We know that hydrogen has 1 electron in its outermost shell. Right. This hydrogen has only 1 electron in its outermost shell, right? And we said that to a stable atoms have 2 or 8 electrons in their outermost shell, right? Stable atoms have 2 or 8 valence electrons. We know valence electrons are electrons that are present in the outermost shell. So stable atoms have 2 or 8 electrons in their outermost shell. Now this hydrogen atom, since it has 1 electron in its outermost shell, it will try to acquire 2 electrons in its outermost shell, right? Because it has only one shell, right? N is equals to 1, and we know from chapter atomic structure, in first shell, right, it has only one shell, which is its first shell. In one shell, the total number of electrons that the first shell can accommodate, first shell is also known as K shell. So what are the total number of electrons that first shell can accommodate? It's given by formula 2n square, where n is the number of shell. So it would be 2 into 1 square, 2. So maximum electrons that first shell can accommodate, is 2, right? So, and once it will acquire maximum once this K shell will reach this number, once this K shell attain 2 electrons, it will become stable. Why? Because it has attained its maximum electrons that it can accommodate. Since K shell can accommodate 2 electrons, right, after acquiring 2 electrons, this K shell will become stable. And since we know that hydrogen has only one shell, which is a K shell, right, and maximum electron that this shell can attain, the maximum electrons that this shell can attain is 2, right? And after it will attain 2 electrons, it will become stable, right? So what hydrogen will do, hydrogen will combine with another hydrogen atom, right? Another hydrogen atom will also have 1 electron in its outermost shell. So this will also try to acquire 2 electron in its outermost shell, right, as per this formula, and this will also try to acquire 2 electrons in its outermost shell. So what these two atoms will do, they will share one electron, right, they will share their only electron, right. Once they will share their electrons, both will attain 2 electrons in their outermost shell, and once they have 2 electrons in their outermost shell, they'll become stable, right. So we'll see how it will do. This is hydrogen, this is hydrogen. So what they will do is, both these atoms will share each of its electron, each of its valence electron, and will form two electrons. Now this hydrogen atom also has 2 electrons, and this hydrogen atom also has 2 electrons. And how this has happened? This has happened after sharing of electrons, right. So that is why, since there are 2 atoms, this does not exist, this hydrogen atom cannot exist. Why? Because hydrogen atom has only 1 electron, and 1 electron means hydrogen atom is unstable, right. So due to its unstable nature, hydrogen atom cannot exist independently, right. It will also always be found in its molecular form, H2. Why? Because it will always combine with another hydrogen atom to complete its 2 electrons in its only shell, right. So it will always combine with another hydrogen atom to form, it will always combine with another hydrogen atom to attain doublet, that is to attain 2 electrons in its outermost shell, that is this, right. So now we got the answer why hydrogen exists as H2 and not as H, right. It exists as H2 because hydrogen atom chemically combined with another hydrogen atom, right, to share one electron each, or what we can simply say is hydrogen atom combine with another hydrogen atom to acquire stable electronic configuration. By stable electronic configuration we mean to acquire 2 electrons in its outermost shell, right. So we got the answer, hydrogen exists as H2, not as H, right, to acquire stability and to acquire 2 electrons in its outermost shell. Now let's see why helium exists as He, not as He2. You can take down these notes, right. Now why helium exists as He, not as He2. What is the reason? We know the atomic number of helium is 2, right. Helium has atomic number 2, so electronic configuration would be 2, right. It has only, that means 2 means, like hydrogen, it also has only one shell, which is a K shell, right. And we know that K shell can hold maximum of 2 electrons, right. Once it has 2 electrons, it will become stable, right. And since we know helium, whose atomic number is 2, electronic configuration would be 2. So helium would be, if we draw the atomic structure, helium has 2 electrons in its outermost orbit. Since it has 2 electrons in its outermost orbit, it complies with this formula 2n square, right. So helium atom already has maximum electron that this K shell can accommodate, right. It already has maximum electrons that this shell can accommodate, right. So it cannot, or it will not react with any other atom. Why? Because it already has 2 electrons, right. So 2 electrons means it is stable. Stable atoms have 2 or 8 electrons in their outermost shell. So helium, because it already has 2 electrons in its outermost shell, it's already stable. It does not need to react with other helium atoms or other atoms of different element to attain 2 electrons in its outermost shell. Right? Because we have seen earlier in previous example hydrogen, why hydrogen atom reacted with another hydrogen atom to acquire 2 electrons in its outermost orbit, whereas helium already has 2 electrons in its only shell, its outermost shell, right, due to which it is stable. Since it is stable, so it will not react with other atoms of helium, right. So we got the answer why helium exists as He and not as He2, because helium already has stable electronic configuration, it already has 2 electrons in its outermost orbit. That is why it does not react with other helium atoms and form He2 molecule, right. So what is the, we have seen that hydrogen chemically combined with another hydrogen atom, we have already seen that, right. So similarly other atoms, say sodium and chlorine in sodium chloride, will chemically combine, right, to attain, all these chemical combination happens because we know that stable atoms means stable atoms have 2 or 8 electrons in their outermost shell. Only those atoms will chemically combine with one another. Those atoms that does not have 2 or 8 electrons in their outermost orbit, they will chemically combine with one another. So if we talk about sodium chloride, sodium will react with chlorine, right. Why? Because sodium has 1 electron in its outermost orbit and chlorine has 7 electrons in its outermost orbit. So chlorine will try to acquire 8 electrons in its outermost shell, and sodium will try to acquire 2 electrons in its, or 8 electrons. We'll do the example of sodium chloride in future lecture. I mean the lecture after this we'll do the example of this. Here just notice one thing, why atoms are combining. What is the reason for chemical combination of atoms? The reason is these atoms combine with one another to attain stability, and stability in case of atoms we have already discussed means 2 or 8 electrons in their outermost orbit. So whenever atoms combine with one another, they do so as to attain 2 or 8 electrons in their outermost orbit, right. And how will they attain 2 or 8 electrons in their outermost orbit? Like in case of hydrogen, both hydrogen atoms shared one electron each, right. So there are different ways that we will go through. So here we just need to concentrate in this lecture on two things. What is the meaning of chemical bond? Chemical bond simply means chemical force, a force that holds atoms together in a molecule. Like we have studied in case of HCl, chemical bond will hold hydrogen and chlorine atom together in hydrochloric acid, right. Similarly, what is the cause of chemical combination? Why hydrogen atoms are chemically combining? Why helium doesn't combine? Or any other, if we talk about any other helium, any other noble gas, they all exist as monoatomic gases, right, like helium. Why? Because like helium has 2 electrons in their outermost shell, all these noble gases have 8 electrons in their outermost shell, and we know that 8 electrons means stability. So all these noble gases are stable. That is why they do not react with one another, and they do not exist as molecule like these gases does not exist as Ne2, He2 or Ar2, right, because they are already stable. They already have 2 or 8 electrons in their outermost shell. They do not chemically react with one another or other atoms, right. So what is the cause of chemical combination? This is important. Atoms combine with one another so as to attain 8 electrons or 2 in case of hydrogen in their valence shell. Atoms combine by redistribution of electrons in their valence shell to attain stability. This redistribution of electrons we'll study in our next lectures, right. And since we have said that atoms combine to form molecules, right, these atoms like hydrogen atoms, sodium and chlorine will combine with one another to attain 2 or 8 electrons in their outermost shell, right? So how will they attain 2 or 8 electrons? One way we have already seen, I've shown you one example of hydrogen where both hydrogen atoms shared 1 electron, right, to attain 2 electrons in their outermost orbit, right? So 3 ways atoms can combine and redistribute electrons to attain stable electronic configuration, 2 or 8 valence electrons: electrovalent bond, covalent bond, and coordinate bond. So how atoms, when atoms will combine with one another to attain 2 or 8 electrons in their outermost orbit, so what they will do, the two combining atoms can either transfer one or two can either transfer electrons from one atom to another, right, so as to make 2 or 8 electrons in their outermost orbit, right? So if the combining atoms will transfer electrons from one atom to another, right, to attain 2 or 8 electrons in their outermost shell, they will result into electrovalent bond. They will, once they will transfer electrons, they will develop a force between them, right, which is known as electrovalent bond. Similarly, the second way is, like in case of hydrogen, the combining atoms, right, will share electrons so as to make 2 or 8 electrons in their outermost shell, and that will result into sharing will result into this is sharing will result into covalent bond, and this is transfer of electrons from one atom to another so as to attain 2 or 8 electrons in their outermost shell will result into electrovalent bond. There is also a third kind of bond where when two atoms combine, right, one of the combining atom will transfer a lone pair of electron. It will transfer a pair of electron to the other atom, which would be short of 2 electrons, right? We'll understand this in detail, right? So in case of coordinate bond, when two atoms will combine, one of the combining atoms will transfer its lone pair of electrons to another atom. Lone pair of electron means a pair of electron it will transfer to another atom, right, so as to complete 8 electrons in the outermost shell, so as to complete 2 or 8 electrons in the outermost shell. So I think all this is clear. Just understand what is a chemical bond and what is the cause of chemical combination. Why do atoms combine to form molecules, right? Basically to attain 2 or 8 electrons in their outermost orbit. And why do they attain 2 or 8